Hey guys, well, it's R1 Ramsey again. Not R1 Ramsey, what am I talking about? Riding with Ramsey. I went through so many different names. Yep, went through so many different names and decided with Riding with Ramsey. Whatever. So here I am at the mall. I just got a little parking violation notice for parking in the hashed lines, but they have no motorcycle parking. And the last thing I'm going to do is park in a spot where some dumbass is going to accidentally pull in and hit my bike. You got to be fucking kidding me. I give a shit. I may show a picture of it whenever I post this video. It's fucking stupid. I couldn't believe it. Alright, whatever. Alright, so this is a video reply to CNCycle's why I started motovlogging. Man, I started motovlogging. Well, I started wanting to ride a motorcycle, I don't know how many years ago. But I finally just grew up the balls and said, fuck it, I'm getting a motorcycle. And I settled for an SV 650, which was my first bike. And next thing I knew, I was reading, or I first ran into Midnight Shot, his channel, and then he had some health issues and stuff like that and stopped vlogging. And then I ran into Motonosity, because he had a 650 S, a newer one. Mine was a 2000, so it was old, looked like a cafe racer, kind of cool looking, but so I started watching him, and I was like, man, this looks kind of cool. I first got into it because I was seeing videos of people doing stuff, talking about, the MSF course and stuff like that. And I actually had an MSF, at least, pad pretty available to me, so I was going to try to do MSF style stuff. I did post a figure 8 video, which was I don't know how long after I had done that course, but if you don't work on that stuff, then you don't know what the hell is, then you don't know how the hell to do it anymore. Because my figure 8 video, I kept failing at it, but I was on the 650 and I'm trying to do the 250 box, or the under 650 or something box like that. But that was because they didn't provide the bike's force, but they made us stay in those boxes. So I should go out there with my 750 now and see if I can do it, because it's completely different, lighter, weighted differently, but who knows. But that was one of the reasons why I started. And then I started noticing all these people from all over the places. After Monosity was, I think in a quick succession was Baker X Derek, Yummy R6, and Chase on Two Wheels. And I started following those guys, and I had followed them probably a month or two before I had got my bike. And they kind of helped me with what I was doing wrong, and but nobody really had the cafe racer like I had. So it was I was offering a different perspective, and I liked that. But again, I'm in Mississippi, so weather's or most of the time it's year-round riding. There isn't anyone, unless you're in Florida, that really gives you that much footage, or could give you that much footage. But the other part was that I'm in the military, so I like to, express my thanks to everyone that, supports the military, and, talk about my stories, because, the whole reason a lot of us actually watch everyone else is to listen to their stories and life experiences, and whether it's on a bike or in the field or what they do as a profession. I think that's another big aspect of the community. Man, that thing was fucking stretched out. So like I was saying, But being in the military, I get the opportunity to take whatever MSF courses for free. I know that sounds like, oh man, fuck you, dude. I gotta pay blah, blah, blah dollars. And like, yeah, I understand, but you know, these are normally done by also military riding coaches as well. They just get to use the field, they get to use the material, and it's not like it's any easier. I mean, I have to do the same stuff that if you're on the civilian part or done by a civilian instructor, it's still the same course. It's just a small added bonus of being in the military. I get to do that stuff. All right, I gotta get in this lane. So that's another reason why, because I could take all those courses, and when I learned what stuff I learned in the sport bike course, like I can pass that on to people so that one, they learn how to ride properly in the, because that's the biggest thing. It's like driving. You learn how to drive properly when you're going for your license and you're going for your permit and stuff like that. But once you get into that, like you're driving by yourself, and then you fall into the stigmas of what your parents do or what your friends do, and everyone is pretty much to blame, or not to blame, but is subjected to it. It's not something that you can control, especially if you ride with a group all the time. You're going to pick up on those little habits that all your other friends do that when you're riding. All right, so like I was saying, break your elbow, lean into it, and you actually throw your weight down, so you're lowering your gravity, or your point of gravity, but you're keeping the bike higher, so you're having more contact to the road. Of course, you're going to have those chicken strips, but those chicken strips are what most of the time is what saves your lives, because the more you lean over, the less less attraction you have on the road. And I mean, the instructors that we normally get are really good. They've been riding for years, and I plan to become a riding instructor. So that's another reason why I motovlog, is because I want to give back the ability of instructing and helping people know the science and I guess physics is part of the science, but the science and everything about riding that's more than just twist the throttle and go. And you lean, turn, things like that. So that's another good reason. I know anybody that follows me, if you haven't watched his video and you're a vlogger, please do the same thing I'm doing. Go watch his video, listen to how he talks about vlogging and how he started and why he started. And it's just kind of funny because, I mean, he had his girlfriend give him a GoPro, and I mean, my wife at the time, she wasn't very receptive to the motorcycle, but I mean, I was like, look, I'm going to be as safe as possible. I'm going to learn how to ride. I'm going to buy all the gear I'm always going to wear. I'm not going to be a squid. I'm not going to ride with just a t-shirt on or flip-flops and shit like that. Although now that I have a Gixxer, I probably should, right? And so it's just one of those things that, like, I like giving back to the community, and I like helping people out. So that's definitely a reason. But not to mention, I love telling my stories. And once I get to South Carolina, and I'll probably deploy more than a couple times and go on a couple trips, and then I'll get to tell stories about that, about what I did and what I saw. Because a lot of people don't get to go over to certain parts of the world like Afghanistan unless you're in the military, because it's a no visitation zone. It's kind of like Cuba, I think. So yeah, I mean, those are my reasons for becoming a vlogger, and I love doing it. I wish I could do it more, and I wish I would have done it more when I was in Portugal. But I just, when I was riding, most of the time it was during work, and I didn't have my camera with me. And then, hold on, guys, let me put my camera together and my mic and stick everything in there, and then take video. And I'm pretty sure the Portuguese wouldn't have been too kindly to me wearing my camera as I went through the gate. So you know, I love to talk. I guess I love to hear myself talk too. But those would be my reasons of why. Yes, sirree. However, if anyone is going to the Yummy R6 meetup, I will be there. I will be driving I will be riding from Columbia, South Carolina, all the way up to Virginia Beach. I was gonna try to go the super cheap route and stay on a base that is actually near the meetup point, but that didn't turn out to be a good point. So ended up a couple people on the Facebook page are getting a hotel, and I joined in with them at the last minute, thankfully. But so, yep. And I love the reception I get sometimes. I know I'm kind of on the smaller end, but hey, I will always be here to talk, and you can watch my videos. Other than that, that's my reasons for becoming a motovlogger. And hey, if I see you out, I'll give you the 2 fingers and say, hey, what's up? Or, little rev. And, but be safe out there, everybody. Peace.